Hi friends, welcome to DJ Craft Creations. This is Julie and today we are going to do a double slider card. Now this has a number of pieces and I'll give you the measurements. We need a piece of cardstock which measures 4.5 by 6. I have taken a white cardstock. This is for the back of the card. You require another piece of cardstock which is again 4.5 by 6 and this will be the front of the card. But if you want, you can take both as the same color. I have chosen different because I wanted a different on the front, and the back piece I needed to write my message or the sentiment. So but it's your choice if you need the same colors. Then you require two pieces of cardstock which measures 4.5 by 5. Now 5.25. Now in this case what I've done is I cut it to 4.25. So that's 4.25 by 5.25, and then I used a die, that is this die here, and cut out the pull tab. Okay, so that's what I did. So this finished piece is actually 3.25 by 5.25 plus the tab. So you require two pieces of that. Then you require a piece of cardstock 3.25 by 5 3/4. This is for the mechanism of the pull tab. Then you require pattern paper. Now these pieces I have done with distress oxide ink. I have ink blended the background, but you can always use pattern paper for this. Now this piece is 4.25 by 5.5, and then two pieces which is 3.25 by 5. Okay, so those are the measurement of the pieces. Then I have used these distress oxides to color the background. That is a seedless preserve, pigged raspberry, salty ocean, peacock feather. Now this is what I had done. Okay, I had used a piece of 5 by 11 cardstock and I just painted the whole paper and cut the pieces as I needed them. That's what I did. And this is a piece that my daughter did. She needed a galaxy background and I'm amazed at the way it's turned out. It's really beautiful and I'll be using it for a card soon. So those are the distress inks, and I use this brush to color in the background. Then I pre-cut a lot of stamps using these dies and stamps. It's a unicorn based card, so I stamped these unicorns and colored them with Arteza Everblend markers, and I used the coordinating dies and cut them. Also cut out few clouds using this and a few cloud backgrounds using these background dies. As I showed you, this is a die I used to cut the tab. I also cut a piece to put on top of this in a different color. I'll just show you the pieces that I cut. So these are the pieces that I cut. This is the backgrounds, the cloud backgrounds that I used. These are the clouds. Okay, then I cut out these unicorns and I colored them in with markers. Okay, and I put glossy accent on top of it to get the shine. Then as I said, I cut out these pieces in white and I just colored it with the Everblend markers, and it's got a beautiful shade to it now. So I have already prepped up these stamps and dies. I'll just move them aside. So those are that. Yeah, and then we need a piece of plastic which will be a mechanism for the card. Now I had some packaging from this is from Hunky Dory. You can use any packaging that you have at home or plastic, and just ensure that it doesn't make too much of sound when it moves. So I just cut out this piece, and you require just half of it for this card. Okay, so first we will start with the mechanism of the card. Now for this, you need to wrap the plastic around this, and I'll just put in double-sided tape. Now this is 3¼ by 5¾ So I'll just put in tape here. Just put one more piece. Just remove the packaging. That's it. Yeah. And now we need to wrap it, but wrap it in such a way that it is not too tight nor too loose, because this should move, and that is what will make our mechanism move. Okay, so just not too tight, just let it fall on itself. Okay, so that's that, and we'll just cut out the excess. Use my scissors and cut it out. So that's that. Now, yeah, so that is, now if you can just see, this should move on its own. It shouldn't be too tight or too loose. Okay, so that's the way it should just move. It should slide by itself. Okay, so now what we do is we'll just place this mechanism piece with the tape on the left hand side, and you take these. We have two pieces of the black cardstock, which is the pull mechanism, pull tabs, and you take one of them. The correct side should face on the top. That is, you have a back side and you have a front side. Okay, so basically the front side should face on top here in one case, and we'll put double-sided tape on here, okay, on the plastic, and it should cover only the piece on top of the plastic. Basically there should be nothing on these. The tab should not stick onto this, otherwise we'll not be able to pull it. Okay, so I'll just put in tape here. Again, this I'll use two pieces, and just remove this and this as well, and I will just put this in the center as much as possible. Okay, so we have put this in the center, so that's here. And now when you hold it, see, this is the way it will move. Okay, this is the way it will move. Okay, now turn the tab and you take the second piece, and it should face the wrong direction. That is, the correct side should face down and the wrong side should face on top. So only then when we place it like this and when you pull the card, it will come out this way. I hope you got it. I'll just tell you again. This first piece, we adhered it with the correct side on top. Now for the next piece, you just turn it over or you also turn over the cardstock so that the wrong side faces you, and then you just stick it. Okay, so I'll add double tape again here. So I'll just remove the tape. And now we'll put it facing down. Please ensure that the placement is correct. Basically these two tabs should match. Okay, so I have placed it like so, and that is it. Okay, so now when you see, this is your tab. Clouds for the background here. Now it is time to finish off the card. So this has to go on the top like so, and this will close in. So what we need to do is we need to apply double-sided tape on both these sides so as to stick the card the center card. So I have cut out this foam tape. It's a broad tape. It will not cover the entire piece. It will come out. So I have just cut it to half. So what I normally do in such cases is I would just, just put this on the butter paper and just cut this, and then because it would otherwise, the scissor gets all sticky. So now if I cut it, because there is butter paper underneath, it will not stick and it's much easier. So that's what I do. So I'll just cut out the double tape now. So this is the double tape. I'll stick on the other side as well. Just take it out. I may have to use another piece of tape because of the bulk on this, so I'll just use another piece. Just remove the backing paper of this. Yep. So this is the tape. Okay. And now that it is done, we'll just hold this and try to keep this in the center as much as possible, or rather I would just place this in the center as much as possible and stick the card down. Okay. So that's the finished card that would look like. Now we just need to cover the back. Now on the back I would use just double tape and put in the white card. So this is a finished card. The two sliders, the two tabs would go inside. I'll put in the sentiment, a happy birthday or may your day be magical or something like that, from the stamp set. I think these, may all your wildest dreams come true, or you are magical, wishing you rainbows and unicorn and glitter. So any of the sentiments, any that you like, you can put it in. And this is the card, yeah, and you can write in your sentiment and your greeting here as well. So I hope you liked the card and enjoyed the video. Please do leave in your comments and please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.